Bowers Game Corner presents Gencon Video Bonanza 2015. Brought to you by Gatekeeper Games, makers of The King's Armory, Thunder Track, the new sequel to Turbo Rally Card Racing, and the generous support of our Kickstarter backers.
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for more of our Gen Con Bonanza Blowout Explosion coverage. We are live at Gen Con 2015 at the Ape Games booth, and I am very excited because we are going to be talking to Jordy about a game that sounds right up my alley, Trickerion Legends of Illusion. So what is Trickerion Legends of Illusion?
Trickerion is the prestige, the game. If you enjoyed that, you'll love this, and if you like really deep 3-hour-long Euro games, worker placement games, this is the game for you. Now, let me give you a little not detail, but a very general explanation of this game. This is your player board. You can play up 2 to 4 players. Highly recommended 4 players. 3 players is okay. 2 players, there's actually additional rules to make it more interesting. But as in most worker placement games, 4 players, more the merrier. This is your board right here, and it represents your magician. You will have, I'm just going to show you these right here. You will have, like, for instance, Master of Chains. The advanced version will give you your own unique ability for your guy, but you basically choose a magician, you put it right there, and then you have workers, which go here, and cards, which you have that represent each of these districts. Oh, sorry, not that one. This is for the expansion. Market Row, Downtown, Theater, and Workshop. Those are the 4 places you can go. And you will be placing your workers on any of these circles. Not this one again. These circles, circle, circle, circle. You place your workers on circles, like most worker placement games. But the twist is, at the very beginning of each round, it plays in 5 rounds, right up to here. The expansion game plays in 7 rounds. Instead of just going around the table and placing, you secretly choose with the cards where those workers are going to go. Basically, once you do that, you reveal everywhere that they're going, and then it plays like a normal worker placement game where you go around a circle and everyone places one at a time, and when you place, you do an action there. The way this action works is that often each of these little pieces, which I don't have out right now, has an action value. So your magician has an action value of 3 actions. Your lowly assistants have only 1, and you can get later on in the game, you can get special workers that have 2 actions. You then, wherever you place your guy, not all of these spaces are created equal. This is +2, +1, +1, +0. If you replace your magician, which is 3 actions, on the +2, you'd have a total of 5 actions to spend on that turn. And the actions you can do are all around here. For instance, this is the bank. You would roll dice. There are dice here with many different sides that you roll at the beginning of each round, and you will get some money from the bank for 3 action points. You can also spend 2 of those action points. Let's say there's not enough money there. You want some more money. You can spend 2 action points to take the die and put it to whatever side you want. And in that way, it's kind of, that way is different. It's not just you place that here and you do an action there. You're spending action points. And one of the big things about the game is these, I'll take this out, is these Trickerion shards. Let's see, get these guys out. Really cool little Trickerion shards, very fancy. And these allow you to get extra action points at these particular hubs. So this is where you get money. You can buy new tricks here, and the new tricks are just so cool. The artwork on the tricks is just glorious. So you get grab them out for you. Aha! Here we go. Artwork on these tricks. You have the horror saws. You have the Aztec lady. You have the automaton. You have the hellhound. And it's just the theme is just oozing out of this game, which is bullet catch. It's fantastic. You can buy them all here for 3 action points. And then here, you may buy new assistants, like this beautiful assistant you see here, who comes with her very own assistant, who you do not have to pay because he is enamored by the beautiful assistant, obviously. So this is Downtown. Marketplace, you're going to get these various goods at Marketplace, such as wood, and metal. They will be here to buy to put in your stock. You use them to later build tricks that you've learned at the workshop. And if you have this many goods, so that, for instance, this trick requires 2 cloth, 2 rope, and 2 oil to make, you could then go to the workshop, spend action points like you did here, and you could make those tricks. So having knowledge of a trick and making them tricks is very different. So once you've made those tricks, there's little icons. You actually assign a suit to each trick. And then you have the main, like if you want to assign clubs to this trick, you would have then a bunch of clubs here to represent 3 of that trick. Then the meat of the game happens here. This is the theater, and this is the victory point track. I love this idea where you have the audience it's your fame, and that's how you win the game. The person at the end of the game with the most fame wins. These are places you can place workers to build the tricks onto the specific venues. So there's going to be a few venues. I'll put some out right now. But it's going to be like a choice of venues. And throughout the game, you can choose to place your tricks. If you place workers here, for 1 action point each, you can place your tricks onto these venues. And then, if you place a magician here, which is your 1 worker right here, that's you represents you, you can then, at the end of the worker placement phase, you can then perform. And when you perform, you choose a venue to perform at, perform all the tricks on it, and you get special bonuses for performing it. And that's the main way to get fame. And there's a lot of little iconography here that this rewards you for going on Sunday. It gives you +1 fame and +1 money per trick. But you get last pick of the venues because you're on Sunday, because this happens in order. So you are rewarded for placing it on Sunday, but if other people place here, they might take all the venues and you can't perform because you have no tricks to perform. And that's pretty much the game. The game takes place over 5 rounds, and whoever has the most fame at the end of the game wins.
Hot diggity dog. This looks right up my alley. I love how much you just crammed in my brain. So Trickerion, Legends of Illusion, not out now. When is this coming out? When will this be in stores, online, all that good stuff?
December. We're hoping for December.
A website perhaps to steer people towards?
apegames.com.
That is Trickerion, Legends of Illusion, and wow, I think I might have one of my top 10 games that I'm really excited about. This just looks right up my alley. Flustered me a little bit. Anywho, if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below. And in the comments below, let me know, what is your favorite Christian Bale movie? I'm not going to say Batman. It's Batman. Man, I love Batman. It's so good. Him and Christopher Nolan, they just make it work so well. Even though I do like Val Kilmer. I'd like George Clooney, but not so much in Batman. It's the jaw. He's got such a good jaw. Oh, man. George Clooney. If you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below in the comments below. I already said that part, so thanks.
Bowers Game Corner presents Gencon Video Bonanza 2015. Brought to you by Gatekeeper Games, makers of the King's Armory, Thunder Track, the new sequel to Turbo Rally Kart Racing, and the generosity of these great companies. They support us, go support them.